Welcome to Defyeneurs Mag, the Dream Again issue 2015. This is Gerry Visca. I am the founding publisher of Defyeneurs, and we are super excited about this issue, helping the world, inspiring the world to dream again.
10 years, this resurgence of the success principles, the world has changed. How can leaders really benefit now from embracing the success principles?
Well, I think two things. Number one, we have a chapter now called Lead, so people will want to follow. And so there are some great leadership principles. But leaders in general, I think, benefit from reading a book like this because, a friend of mine recently gave a talk called How You Live Your Life is How You Lead. And so we have to first lead ourselves. And leaders need to inspire people to achieve their dreams by having achieved their own dreams. In other words, leaders have to be manifesting their own purpose and fulfilling their own dreams first so that people see that I want to follow that person because they know how to make things happen. And then I have to inspire the followers to do the same thing, to believe in themselves, to believe that they can do extraordinary things, that they can outperform themselves, that they can do things that were never done before. See, it's one thing to inspire, but without tools you can't empower. Empowerment without inspiration is boring, and inspiration without tools is just frustrating. So basically you have to have a combination of the two, and I think the book does that.
I love how that's another reason why we were so pumped to do this interview with you, specifically for the Dream Again issue. If it wasn't for people like Steve Jobs dreaming, where would we all be? If it wasn't for people like Edison, where would we be? That's why we see your book as it's more of an energy, and it's becoming a catalyst, for people to give themselves permission to dream again.
Well, we all have the capacity to dream. We all can recall sitting in the backyard as a child looking up at the sky and kind of thinking about what we'd like our life to be, dreaming of going on a safari in Africa, or dreaming about going into outer space, or dreaming about just having a car and working on it. God knows we need mechanics as well as we need people that are on the silver screen or people running workshops like you and me. So the reality is that we all have the capacity to dream, but most of us were never taught how to develop that. Just lean into things. You don't know if you're going to be good at it until you try it, and it takes a time to learn anything. And so give yourself at least 30 days. We know it takes 10 years to master, or 7 years, 10,000 hours to master something. So many people give up too soon in terms of getting good at something. Number 3, feel the fear and do it anyway. You've got to take action, and it's always going to be scary. I was just on an interview a couple hours ago where this woman came up with the phrase, do it afraid. I think Joel Osteen said that. Do it afraid. You're going to be afraid. Courage is not being afraid. Courage is having fear and doing it anyway. So self-confidence, believing in yourself, comes from successfully surviving a risk. So you have to take risks and survive them, whether it's asking someone out for a date, or whether it's borrowing money to start a company, or whether it's giving your first speech, or writing your first article, or submitting your book, or taking your invention to someone that might produce it. Be willing to take that risk, and you'll survive. Worst that'll happen is you'll be back where you were when you started. Doesn't usually get worse. Number 4, visualize. Visualize your success. Visualize doing the thing you want to do successfully. Your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined event and a real event. So you can rehearse success in your mind so that after a few times of visualizing something, your mind begins to go, hey, we've already done this. We succeeded. We didn't fail. So you're programming yourself not only for success, but also you're programming your self-confidence to go up.
Fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic.